We build giant corporate and government entities powered by vast amounts of personal information and expect them to be transparent machines.
You want to hear something ironic? I'm wearing a CNN anniversary t-shirt that I attended a CNN function that they had here in Las Vegas to hand out all of their iReporter t-shirts to all the iReporters. They've asked me to do a couple of things. Of course, iReporter is over, but they still have certain avenues to try and get out to the masses, but I was kind of cut off in a lot of stuff that I said a lot of people appreciate. I was actually building up an audience on my little CNN channel. This was before YouTube. Welcome to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. I made my Bruce Jenner returns video, and I gave you the exact source of that information that has actually been reported on by various people. I don't appreciate somebody coming onto the channel and saying, "Where did you get this?" when I say it in the first 10 seconds of the video. And if you go look it up on other news reporters, they say the same exact information in the first 10 seconds of the video. I have various sources. My sources are actually international. They include AP News, they include Reuters, they include some of the Eastern Asian, Middle Asian, and Near Asian sources as well. Bet you didn't know that white people are considered Near Asian. Anyway, I've been constantly asked, what has he done? Well, I surveyed a lot of sources, a lot of different sources, to see if he has done certain things in fact. You know, you can always agree on facts. Can't argue against facts, right? And here is the crux of my channel. I always want you to be critical thinkers. I don't want you to ever be fooled by anybody, by any news channel, by any newspaper, any online magazine. I don't want you to be fooled by them. Why? Because there is an underlying problem with news today. They need clicks. They need views. Yes, I need views, but you know what? I'm the fool that doesn't do things for views. I'm the fool who wants to tell you the truth. And telling you the truth doesn't give views. It also, in some cases, gets you censored. There was a lot of flack and a lot of pushback on my Bruce Jenner Returns video. Why? Because people cannot accept certain things are going on. And then somebody said, "You're the reason that he's having a hard time." No. The very point of that video at the very end was that you are the reason he can't deconstruct. What is it called? Detransition. I'm not familiar with that lifestyle at all. You're the reason that he can't detransition. They've said it. A lot of factual reporters have said it. They said the news has hung their hat on him transitioning from a man to a woman. They've invested a lot of time. They've invested their reputation on him transitioning from a man to a woman. They cannot tolerate that he would change his mind. But my sources said from the very beginning he was apprehensive from changing from a man to a woman to begin with. And you have him on record saying when he looks into the mirror, he doesn't see the right thing. This is after he transitioned. He's making this statement. He's not happy with what he sees in the mirror. This is after the transition. People wanted to interpret that to mean that he was talking about before he transitioned, but this was well after. This is during his show. Something like iCaitlin or something. I don't know. I don't know the show. I didn't watch it. I don't watch TV. Here is what my sources agree on. Number one, he did have plastic surgery done to his face. He went from looking like a terrible man in a dress to looking like a not so terrible man in a dress. They softened his features on his actual face. That's the jawline, that's the cheekbones. I even believe they did some cranial surgery to make him look softer. Number 2, they did things to his neck, the Adam's apple around the neck. 3, they did stuff to his upper body to round his shoulders off. Bruce Jenner was a world-class athlete. Even at the age of 60-something, I believe, even at the age of 60-something, he's going to look like a world-class athlete at 60-something, which is always going to be much better than the average 60-something-year-old. Also, he's rich, so he eats good food. So he's going to have his body kept up as a man at 60-something. Here is what's not agreed upon by my various sources. It is not agreed upon that he went with the full construction around the chest area. It is not agreed upon on all of my sources that he had gender reassignment surgery. It is not agreed upon that he did all the other surgeries surrounding that, including liposuctions or anything like that. I have sources that say yes. I have sources that say partially yes. I have sources that say definitely no. Here, it's agreed upon by everybody that he took hormone therapy through pills and such. Here's where I need you to be critical thinkers. Do you believe, in all of my sources, that he went through, that you believe the sources that say yes, or you believe the sources that say no? You need to be a critical thinker yourself. Here's what's factual. He was paid over $200 million to sign up for that show within days of having this accident. I already knew about that before the accident, but the news was broadcast after the accident. All of his transitioning, blah, 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 blah. So I think TMZ broke that he went into some sort of place to get his hair done, or to get some sort of a hormone therapy. He says, does Bruce Jenner have breasts? Right. Now, here's what I don't need you to do. I don't need you to be angry because I keep saying Bruce Jenner. Why? Because I'm talking about when he was Bruce Jenner. It's a time thing. It's not a now thing. It's a time thing. Bruce Jenner, that story was broken by TMZ. Bruce Jenner is getting hormone treatment to grow breasts. Bruce Jenner is getting plastic surgery to reduce his Adam's apple. Bruce Jenner is getting facial plastic surgery. Bruce Jenner has gone in for another facial plastic. What's going on with Bruce Jenner? Then to the public, it was broken that he was going to do the show, and he's uncomfortable. He's always wanted to be this and that and the other. Then stories came out about saying Kris Jenner saying he wanted to try on clothes and he had this. That was after the fact. Here's where your critical thinking has to come in. Would the news lie to you for $200 million?